Testing.
Testing. Goodbye. No, cancel. Hold on.
This Joker right here, boy.
We definitely don't want that. Now.
Right.
Welcome. Give me some applause. Look. See? We don't cook. We don't edit stuff. We don't do none of that. We just gonna take it like it is, and we going through that.
We live for real.
Live for real, mistakes and all. So yeah, it's the Shanny JackMe show, and I am here live and direct with DJ Lab in the building.
That's right.
Misfits Radio.
It's been a long time since you did a show.
It's been a long time, but we here, and I got a guest too.
That's
so
right.
Let's get it.
Who's the guest?
Hey, man, we got Coach. Coach E. We got Coach E in the building,
Right.
and slash brother-in-law.
right. Is that a plus?
That's a plus.
Okay.
My only sister's husband.
Right.
And he, y'all, we here though. We here. And we just here to talk about a lot of stuff. Coach E, is a coach, right?
Right.
And y'all know how that goes in high school, right?
I coach high school.
Coach high school,
Coach
what
college
else?
before.
Okay, and you did college.
Yeah, and I coach AAU in the summer, so I do a little bit of everything. I've coached basketball, baseball. I've coached football. Coach everything up except soccer.
Really? And you into the World Cup? So,
I
did
was
you get into it?
I was. We was.
Did it make you feel like this should have been a sport you should have?
No, I'm Gucci.
Really? Why? Why? What's the
Too much
difference?
running.
Okay, yeah, they do. You right, because those boys do run.
And that field is big.
Okay, it just look easy on TV.
Yeah.
But in real life, they really working.
It's really big.
Really? So the difference with that coaching, just like you said, the feel, the more energy, which game do you really like that does put out kind of that much energy, but a little less?
I like women's basketball.
Women's basketball. And that's interesting that you would say that, women's basketball. Why? And because it's just something that's just coming out now. A lot of people really just getting into it, but you as being a coach, and how long you been coaching?
Since I was 18.
See, that is cool. Since 18, how did the women's basketball become the thing for you?
So before women's basketball, I coached men's basketball, and the last about 15 to 20 years I've been coaching women's basketball. When I moved over, they just listen more.
Really?
They don't know more than you know. Like, I coach during the school season, I coach boys, and then in the summer I coach girls.
Okay.
The guys, they don't listen. They want to know everything.
Right.
They think that they're more knowledgeable than somebody that's been doing it all their life.
That's the guys.
Yeah, then when I go coach the girls, they listen, they in tune, and they follow directions.
That's interesting that you say that, and that does kind of make sense to me, you know, and it does make sense because the boys they know the game, you know, but the women they don't.
The guys don't know the game either.
But they think they know the game.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So that seems to be more where I'm headed with that. They think they know the game because they watch it, they see it. You know, parents probably did it or whatever, so they got a little more in head game versus the girls. And the girls, they don't know. You know, they ready for the lead. Just tell me what to do. I got it. Woo, woo, woo. Is that how it goes?
Well, I think that the young ladies are more intrigued and want to learn how to get it so they can get to the next level. I think the guys and their parents think that they are God's gift, and they're not, because you have to be coached to get somewhere.
You have to be coached to get somewhere.
The whole other problem is NBA has rules.
And you don't have to be too either, because we need to talk up.
No, the NBA has ruined this for the kids.
Okay, really?
LeBron James and all of them have really ruined it because they fake stuff, they don't do stuff, they don't show what it takes to get into the league. It's not just by you being 6'8", 295. You got to practice every day.
Right.
Some girls practice every day, some don't. The guys, they don't put in no work.
So the guys living more off of what I would like to say the social media fast. They think it happens just because this is me. I'm coming straight out of school. I got it. You know, I performed well, and this is, you know, I'm the one. Versus just getting down to the muscle of it and showing what it takes. So the NBA shows them the end result versus the what it takes. Correct. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
And then society has did injustice for all sports because when they go to college, they can go to as many schools as they want to, and that's just, where's the loyalty? You know, it's the argument is always who's the greatest, the GOAT.
Okay.
And people say LeBron, some people say Mike. It got to be Michael Jordan because he was on one team.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
LeBron been on 12 teams.
Oh, okay, that is a
That's an exaggeration, but he been... been on a lot of teams, and he go to the teams with the superstars. Michael Jordan's teams were built from the bottom up.
Okay.
And with the girls, they just listen. They listen. Last year, I coached boys for the first time in a long time. Mm-hmm. We didn't do well, but I got the job in the middle of the summer, so we didn't have time to do anything. But then after the season, I took some of them to watch the girls practice, and they were just amazed. Like, no attitude. The boys got the attitude. I'm like,
really?
Yes.
Total opposite. So the boys, they acting like the girls.
Exactly.
But that's how things to be turning.
So
the guys are acting like girls.
Let me ask you, Coach. So on the guys' team, do you find that most of them, everybody wants to be the star of the team? Is that where we have sometimes the not listening comes, because everybody thinks that they can play better than they actually can, but everybody wants to be the one to go to.
That's correct. They think that their shit don't stink. So they all want to know everything. But in a team sport, it can't be but one man. Like, everybody think it was just Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan was surrounded by Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, Scottie Pippen, John Paxson, Steve Kerr, or Dennis Rodman. So he had the supporting cast. The guys these days, they think they know everything. They think that they can coach and play the play.
Do you think that the parents kind of mess up the sport for the children? Because a lot of times, like when I have never been a sports parent. My children just wasn't in the sports.
Right.
But what I know is sometimes when I go and I've talked to a coach that he actually does the show here. He's not really a coach anymore, but he said the worst thing that he dealt with was parents trying to live their dreams through their children. And so he said they were kind of the most difficult parents to work with when it came to coaching.
I'm gonna give it to you a little bit differently.
Okay.
Not only in sports, but just in anything in the world.
Right.
Kids don't do wrong no more.
Okay.
I'm a teacher too, so
Yeah, okay.
I deal with that. Their parents coming in and the kids don't do their work. It's my fault, not their work. So it's just not in sports. I mean, when we was growing up, our parents, our neighbors,
Our neighbor,
our block. If you messed up, they gave you what you're looking for.
Right.
They was just like your parent.
Right.
That's why we go now. Nowadays, the parents don't want to take, the kids don't want to make their kids take responsibility.
Right. They hold them accountable.
They make us responsible. And at the end of the day, I ain't raised your kids.
Right.
The kids that I raised, they good citizens. They've been through the ups and downs, but they knew what the word of I'm gonna let you hit the rock bottom. They don't want to let them hit rock bottom because they want to save them.
Right, keep them from that. Right.
So the philosophy I got with my team is I can't save them all. I had my first team meeting the other day, and I had freshmen, and then I had my upperclassmen. I dismissed my freshmen, and I told my upperclassmen, if y'all miss one thing, y'all can come back during tryouts, and then I'm gonna cut you. Because what they don't understand is, it's a business. I can get fired. We were 4-21. I go back and 4-21 again, I'm gonna get fired.
Right.
Now my principal like me, but he's still gonna fire me. As a basketball coach, I might keep my teacher position, but the kids don't understand that.
Right.
The parents don't understand that. It's just.
Just the politic part they don't get. They just
It ain't no politics with me.
Really?
Politics, your ass gone.
Wrong.
That's the politics.
Okay.
Do right. Last year I dealt with drama. I'm not dealing with drama no more.
Okay. That's understood. And you and that drama. So did you, with the lesson learned then that made you just say you're not dealing with it? How did that affect you to
So I went into it a different way. I was just trying to listen to my outside voices, and instead of doing it my way, and then I'm successful on the girls thing because they only hear one voice.
Right.
They only hear my voice, but I can tell them to go run through the wall. They're gonna run through the wall. But that's an example.
I know. That's just hard right there.
But with the guys, I gave them chance after chance after chance. I'm going back to who I am.
Right.
Chance after chance, don't
get it. And that's sometimes that's how you have to be, especially with this generation that you're talking about. You know, they used to that chance after chance after chance. Can I do it? Let me do it over. Let me do it over. No, it's just not like that in this world. It's a cutthroat now. It's really like that. So how do you deal with the troublemakers or the people, the students that play good and they got it, but then they not performing in class, and the grades are bad, but they got the drive. How do you deal with that?
Last year I did I let them 2-3 strikes.
Okay, 2 or 3 strikes.
Not this year.
Okay.
It's one strike and you're gone.
Right. So the grades matter.
Oh yeah, everything matters. I mean,
I'll
give you a statistic. I have 3 teams. I got a JV team, freshman team, and a varsity team. I had 38 kids.
Okay.
Out of the 38 kids, all of them make their grades except one. That's because we do study hall, we track their grades, we hold them responsible, we hold them accountability.
Right.
We make sure they're in class.
Right.
So we do all of that.
Okay.
So out of that many, we just had one that didn't do it. And he just slept through the cracks because he was doing it, and then after the season, he stopped doing it.
Okay, so
we have some structure.
Right, and you gotta have that. And definitely, so he played the game. He good all while it's game time, but then as soon as game time is over, now I'm finna relax, kid, and go, cut school, and then when it's time, so at any point, did he decide to just get it together this year? Is it this year that he's got to get it together?
No, he said he got rid of him last year. At the end of the year, like I haven't seen him all summer, so it's not that. If we let them do what they want to do, they ain't gonna be able to hold no job.
Right. That's what some comments said. The hardcore teaching has been watered down. So
if you come to my school, then I tell them every day I'm the only one that's going to hold the rules and hold you accountable, because my job is to make you get your education, but also make you be able to survive out in this tough world. And I just told my students that on Friday.
Right.
But yes, you're right. They don't want to be tough teachers. They want to be teachers that just have them on their back and let them go. But society has made that though, because the initiative of no student left behind.
Okay.
When I was coming up, if you flunk, you stay behind. Because
you do it,
sometimes, like, I ain't gonna say what school system I'm in, but
Right.
they at the end of the semester, it's like the kids got a week to make up all the work that they missed from the first 17 weeks.
Right.
I ain't for that.
Right. Okay.
Because I had to do it then immediately.
Yeah, you're right.
Immediately. That's just
They're
like,
letting them make it up and stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's just giving them time. That's that second chance stuff.
but it's also telling them during the day, during the first 17 weeks,
You ain't got to do
you
that.
ain't gotta do shit.
No, because you can crunch it. You can do it all in the crunch, and then you can just slide through the cracks. So that's a lot of that slide through the cracks stuff.
They
And
say
that's not
what's,
how society is.
Slick say, what's Coach IG name? I don't think he does IG, Slick.
No.
Coach Enoch 04.
Okay.
What is it?
Coach Enoch 04.
Coach Enoch 04. Back in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Okay. ENOCH. Yeah.
Yep.
We take donations on that IG too. My basketball players can take donations on that IG if we need.
I know that's right.
But
We do too.
Right.
This radio.
I got to get my own props out. I know my own.
We gotta do ourselves out.
You know.
We shameless plugs,
I
right?
know, but I think, and this is what I said to my kids. Last week was the first week of school, but I want y'all to really think about is that our society in America, we lost our credibility with education when cell phones came out.
Right.
When video games came out, because when we was growing up, your grandma said, or your mama said, get your ass outside until them lights come on. When them
Right.
lights come on, have your ass in the house.
Right.
But when the next morning, when them lights was up, you was out the house.
Right.
But now they're not out the house. They're playing on the cell phones.
Right.
They're playing them video games.
Right.
That's not educational.
No.
You talk about crime and violence. They play those violent games.
Right.
So,
And on the daily, and just programming. For you to get just brainwash yourself all day with that.
right. What's in your mind is what you do.
Right.
That's why we have so much violence.
Right. So they program themselves to be in their mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So on a daily, when you dealing with the knuckleheads, how do you ground? How do you come from choking somebody?
So-
I just know I would be the choker.
Right.
So the last 3 years, I've been lucky because your sister worked in my school,
Okay.
and so at the beginning of the school year, I would tell them straight up, I don't have no problem moving no furniture because I know my wife gonna come get me out of jail.
Right.
So now I just go through it the same way, and I just have to call her. Now she work at the law, but so I know I got double-edged sword.
now I can get out of jail card free.
But kids going to do what you let them do.
Right.
And I tell them at the beginning, last week, every day, 1432, that's my room. I am the boss in this room. 1432, I am the boss in this room.
Right.
Because they only gonna do what you let them do. And I tell them every day, I hold y'all accountable because if I don't hold y'all accountable, how can I hold my players accountable?
Right.
If they see me, then y'all act the ass, then they gonna act the ass.
Right,
I
right.
ain't got no control over nobody.
Right. And
That's what I do. I mean, when I was growing up, I was brought up to follow rules. I was
Right.
I ain't saying, I'm perfect,
Right.
but I do.
Right.
So, but now I see the thing is, I got something to do to say, hey, I can help you do this.
Right.
We went 4-21, but I had one senior. He's going to college. I got him in college.
Good.
That's
Good.
because of work. But I follow rules.
Right.
And I was like, my rule, I only got simple rules in my classroom. Respect me, respect your peers, because in my class we do stuff where we speak and we do a whole lot of talking because we do presentations because I teach marketing.
Right.
So respect your peers. No hoodies and no hats in there.
Right.
Why no hoodies, no hats? Man, my grandma raised me.
Right,
My grandma
right.
said ain't nobody supposed to have no hat or hoodie in the house. So that's what I've been believing for the last 10 years.
Right.
So
No
I ain't
drop.
gonna-
Right. No age drop. No pants tagging. So we know what that age group be.
But you just got to stick to your guns.
Right.
Last year in basketball, I feel like I didn't do that, so I cheated my team. But now I'm on a new level.
Yeah, you feeling good about yourself. Not that you didn't then, but you just know the direction that you want to take is ain't no second chances. This the chance you get right here, and if you drop the ball on it, that's on you. On to the next. Because ain't nobody got time to be playing with these people's children. Because that's what it is. Y'all children. Y'all, a lot of these parents dropping these kids off like this shit is a daycare. You know, so y'all can't be the babysitters for the 8 hours while y'all can either go to work, which is good for those that, and I take my hat off to the women that go home, go to work for 8 hours and come home and still have to deal with their family and do it the right way.
Right.
Hats off to those strong women. But this ain't the daycare. You know, don't treat these teachers like this is the drop-off spot. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to deal with that. So how do you, like I said, dealing with, again, the parents that's sitting at home coming in with the hair bonnet, you know, and the flip-flops and the nightgown that they, you know, the jogging suit, shorts, pants that they step in and they seem to make their way to the school for some reason to want to go off on me or your view. What you do about those type of people? How do you manage that parent standing there like that and you know she ain't been to work, but she want to check you about Johnny?
I don't let them check me because I'm a straight shooter, and what I do is I communicate with them before they come.
Okay.
So I've emailed you. You ain't responding to the email.
There we go.
Hey, I've texted you. You ain't responding to my text.
Right.
So we have a system at our school where on Wednesdays the whole building, everything, all work is made up.
Right.
So on Fridays I send a missing grade report. So every Friday, if your son or daughter ain't did that, I send it. So don't come over here with that BS.
So you can't come.
You ain't gonna come over here. No, but then you know where parents will come over there dressed that way because their kids dressed that way.
Oh no! Right.
So you know who will come in there with no clothes on. You know. Come on, man.
Oh,
what they do at home is what they do in.
Right, in the public.
Cause I know you ain't do what you want to do in the public.
No.
I know your mama.
No. Not doing it. You know, right now.
So and when I was growing up, my mom was a jailer, so I was scared.
Right. My mom just didn't play.
My mama beat me with a toe one time. Yeah, so. But nowadays they don't do that. It's everybody else's fault but their kids.
That part.
And it's everybody else's fault but themselves.
Right.
Because I try to tell them, I got a daughter that's raising 5 kids. The oldest one, he off the chain.
Right, okay.
But she got to do everything she do, and if she not successful, then that ain't on her, that's on him.
Right.
Like, we babied them too much.
Right, doesn't make them right. Yeah.
Right. I'll go ahead, I'll flunk your ass. Don't come to right. Disrespectful. You're going to get flunked if you need 2 or 3 points. I ain't doing it.
I'm not gonna boost you up for you shout too.
Right.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Because that one day you came in there acting stupid. About your little problem.
And them teachers right there. A lot of when I was growing up, those are teachers we straighten up and fly right about because Mr. H gonna fly, gonna fail us, man. We need to get here, like because we know he don't play. Like if I was in your class, I'm like, hey man, he not don't play, man. We gotta get this stuff together because he gonna fail us. I don't want to repeat this class over.
No.
And with my class, I don't just teach freshmen. I just don't teach sophomore. I teach 9 through 12. They can put 9 through 12 in there. So most of the time, I have somebody that knows me. Like I got a couple of my players in there. Like I'm giving the speech about how I am. I'm like, oh my bad. Yo, such and such. Terrible. Oh, he ain't lying. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But if you come in this door and you do what you need to do, and then something happens, and you come back and need to talk to me, I'm gonna help you get your stuff situated. But if you come in here disrespectful, with your head down and not doing it, I can't do nothing for you.
Right.
Nothing.
Because I don't know your character, right? Because a lot of times children don't realize that their character opens a lot of doors for them, and the people who you don't even know will open doors for you if they feel that your character is correct, or if they feel that you have a good character. Like you said, don't wear the hoodies and all that stuff when you come into the marketing class. That's true, because if I'm trying to do business with you, with marketing or whatever the case may be in business, I'm probably not going to want to talk to you if you come to the meeting in a hoodie. And you got to treat them the proper way to present themselves when they're out in public, especially doing business.
Right.
Yeah, that's a
big gap. Like in this age group, a lot of so tell me this. So do they still have business education in school?
So they do. Like now it's called CTAE.
What that mean?
Career teaching and education.
Okay.
So like you're saying, like all of us in CTAE for the first 2 weeks, we got to teach what we call employability skills.
Right.
So like exercise I did with the kids this week is I said write down McDonald's, write down the law firm, then write down the custodian, and then tell me what you're gonna wear to the interview for those three.
Right.
So they got the first two right, but the last one, somebody said sweatpants, somebody like some jeans, some cut jeans, and I'm like, wow.
Was that to
The answer that was to the custodian. Everybody said suit for the attorney.
Okay.
But I was like, why y'all say pants? Why y'all say that?
Dress down for the custodian.
Because that job don't mean nothing. I said, so you ain't got no job and you homeless. How the hell that don't mean nothing?
Right. That job
So like
everything.
they do, but it all comes from what they see.
Except,
Perception is 99% of anything.
Right.
But we teach business. We got my course. We teach computers. We teach engineering.
Okay.
We teach.
So when can I come to class? I need to sit down for those things myself. Ain't nothing to do.
I can give you a personal tour.
Right. See, and another thing, like with the custodian perspective, I always, I've heard and read and know that as myself, I work cleaning up. I used to clean up for the CDC, and what I can say about a custodian. The custodian is really the gatekeeper. The custodian has the keys to everybody's office. The custodian has all access. The custodian is there first thing in the morning, opening up things, seeing things, checking things. So the custodian really has a very important job. He has to be trusted in order to be handed certain levels of access. You know what I'm saying? So custodian, you need to come here with a motherfucking suit on. Yeah. Because I'm very important. So that's the flip next time. Tell them kids, they got it all wrong now. Okay,
we did tell them the flip.
Good.
Because the flip is, I need you to get a job. But even if you don't go, even if you come to like McDonald's, I told like some of them said jeans or whatever. I said no, you go to McDonald's, throw on you some khakis, a nice little polo, and some shoes. For the custodian, do the same thing. Right. Somebody said a suit. I said, well, okay, it's a little bit over much, but if that's what you feel you need to do to get the job, then do it. But what you don't do is don't come in here underdressed.
Right.
And then the other part about it is when you come in there, the first thing they're gonna do is the eye test. The second thing they're gonna do is the verbal test. What's up, my dog?
No.
You can't do that, bro. No. Hey, how are you? I'm Mr. Such and Such. How are you? How's your day going? I'm looking forward to this interview. So, we teach all of that stuff. It's just really really good.
It's really good.
It is because like 2 years ago, at the end of the year, I was walking out the building, and we have alternative schools that have graduation at our school, and the kids just found me and said, "Hey, Coach Enoch." I said, "Yes. I wouldn't be graduating if it wasn't for you because you made me do this." So it is. And like I tell the kids, it ain't about what happened now. It's about what happened 4 years from now.
Right.
Like I still call my high school coach now because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am.
Right.
But that's all I want to do. I just want to
be a good eye, a good leader, mentor, a good citizen, I guess. Good citizen. If that means anything.
Yeah, so I mean that's what it is.
But changing lives, leaving an impression. That's what it's all about. That's how I would like my name to be. Be remembered as a good person. Always laughing, always having a good time. Just making sure that we're all celebrities. So today Coach Enoch is a celebrity. Right. On the Shanny JackMe show. Right. He's a star. He's a star here. Star right there. And I like to sit down. So now that we got you out of the school system, and then in the beginning I did say that this is my brother-in-law. So right now we are having a celebration. We are celebrating my niece, and I'm probably first to say the worst auntie in the world.
Worst auntie in the world.
Never had I not said I was perfect.
Right.
Never had I ever said that. Don't laugh. I always say I didn't ask for that shit.
That's right.
I didn't have no part of the sex that they had to get me to become an auntie. So that wasn't my.
You do
my
always say that.
So I do it when I can.
Right.
So it's because I wasn't asked. Y'all didn't get my permission to ask me that I want to be an auntie. Shit, you just gonna try to make me be an auntie. I'm not even a So, but listen, but outside of all that, I love my nieces and my nephew. They are so sweet and have their own ways, and they all like just little characters.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, coming into our family, which is very oh yeah, coming into our family. It's a gift, and with you being an addition to it, you know, how did you come into transitioning to being a stepfather to Tambo? That's my niece, and carving her into who she is now, because it's been a minute, right?
It'll be 4 years this week.
Okay, so it'll be 4 years. Within those 4 years, it's been like 10 years, probably.
So,
I'm sure.
first of all, I mean, it wasn't hard, but she was at the beginning a little bit difficult because when you meet somebody new, you always going to try them and test them. But I think the biggest thing with her was her mom, your sister, was just getting out of a relationship when we started dating. And I just think that it was quick on her. So let me just give a little background. I met Antoinette in November and married her the next August. So that was like quick.
Right,
It was like, so in between there, you know, we had a conversation. She's like, well, if you're gonna marry me, you gotta ask my daughter and ask my mama. I said, actually, mama and your daughter? Why can I ask both of them? So, but I did, you know, me and Tamara, we had this conversation about other things where I was able to help guide her and some other stuff. That just made the relationship easy. And then we went to dinner one night, me, her, and your sister, and we got out the car. I said, "Tam, let me holler at you." And she said, "Yes, you can." But before I even asked the question, I knew it was coming. But you know, I think me and Tamara have a really good relationship. I think that she knows that when she needs some advice, I'm gonna give her the right advice. Like, she stayed in Houston. She came home for a visit, and I was like, "You really don't want to be in Houston. Come on home." And she was like, "I ain't say that." I said, "It's on your face. It's on you." You know, as you know, my daughter's a little bit older than Tamara. My daughter's like 37.
Okay.
And Tamara's 27. So I know, I see it.
Right.
But she came home, but right before she came home, we was talking about military stuff. She wanted to do the Air Force, and she couldn't. There was a long waiting list. I was like, "Well, do something else." I don't know if I can do something else.
Oh, she was like that?
Yeah,
No,
you know how she is.
Frustrated, right? Frustrated.
Yeah, but then, you know, so she did looked into going into the Navy, and she came home. She stayed with us for a while. I think the training part of getting ready to go to officer candidate school, I was a big help because I pushed her and made her do what she needed to do. So yeah, and then we going to graduation on the 27th, and have a ball.
Right.
But you know, coming into y'all family, I think that a couple things y'all did welcome me at first, and you know, your mama told your sister, just be friends with him. So
That is so funny.
that's not your mama?
Yeah.
So, the first time she met me and we talked and everything, and you know, we were supposed to go to dinner. She didn't go. I was going to ask her at dinner, like, "Yo, I want to marry your daughter." She didn't go, so we didn't internet with. So I had to call on the cell phone. "Yeah, you got my blessing." I'm like,
Another didn't say nothing.
I'm like, no questions or nothing. Like, what you gonna do with her? Like,
Just
take
throw
her
her
ass
off.
off.
Just throw
Just
her
take
off.
her, you know.
Please take her.
So, but then, you know, as I met all of y'all, you know, it's just been it's been good because I mean, I think sometimes at the beginning y'all couldn't read me because I'm a person that speak my mind.
Right.
And when things need to happen, other people ain't gonna say it and see it, but I see it, like, you know, and I know we was at Thanksgiving dinner. I know you and one of your other sisters was mad at me
Oh yeah, well,
because I told y'all, ass y'all need to get out y'all mama house. Y'all grown.
Yeah.
What did he say?
You know me, like but y'all grown.
Guys to go, right?
Yeah, no, but
Definitely not that.
but we,
That was just being upfront, straight.
yeah, but I enjoy all of y'all. I mean, your two brothers was right at the house this morning today.
Okay,
We had
good,
both of them was over there. So I mean, I enjoy the family.
Good,
I really
good,
do.
Good. Life
And
has its way of
and
doing
like I
things.
tell your sister all the time, and I ain't saying this because we on the radio show.
Oh no.
You my favorite anyway. I know we're gonna laugh and joke, and I'm gonna get off the phone. So.
Right. And that's just how it is. And we definitely welcome you and glad that everything worked out. It was fast, but I ain't never been against none of it.
Right.
I'm always a sucker for love, for real, and they not nigga like that know it, but don't worry about it either, because I'm always a sucker for love. Just know that I care about a lot of things and people.
Right.
So just understand that. And shoot, Ronnie, what you got left? Because I just saw.
I was just going to say, when you know, I guess sometimes. And sometimes, a lot of us can talk ourselves out of stuff like that. I was married for 25 years before I got divorced. And I got very young. Just kidding. Yeah, I know my young face.
Right.
I know my face looks real young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, I have said many times I probably wouldn't get married again, but I don't know.
Right.
25 years was a very long time from 18 to 40, 40.
Right.
And I was opposite. I ain't get married till I was 50.
Yeah, so.
Right.
Everything I needed to do was done.
Right.
It's a difference, probably.
I'm saying, well, I think that me being married young actually propelled me to do things I probably wouldn't have done because I had a responsibility, like get my degrees and, to take jobs to learn things. And I probably like, man, forget that. But, learning processes and stuff because I did have a family that I need to take care of.
Right.
This is what I need to do right now.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Even though,
right.
you got 2 degrees, a master's and a bachelor's degree, sometimes you have to take jobs that may not be paying what that is.
And that's what he
Because
said.
you got
about
to
the
feed my
class.
family.
That's right.
Right.
You got to do
And
what you
so
gotta do.
I'm gonna say the opposite.
Uh-huh.
I think if I would have got married young, I wouldn't have went to school and finished my degree. I ain't get my degree until I was 35.
Oh, okay.
I ain't get my master until I was 40.
Right,
But I don't
okay.
think that but I was married, but I wasn't married to a woman. I was married to basketball.
Oh, okay.
So I had to get all of that out of me. And when I moved here, I was assistant coach at the high school, and it was Valentine's weekend, and the weekend about 2 weeks before, I was like, I asked the coach, we all play on Valentine's Day? He was like, nah. I'm like, okay, so we play that weekend. We can play on Valentine's Day. But I had brought tickets for me and her sister to go to Miami.
Right.
I said, bro, I'm out. When I told him I was out, that means I transformed.
Right.
Because I would have never did that. I would have never missed a basketball game to go with a woman anyway.
Oh,
So
really?
Yeah,
that was the transform.
I agree. You have to get it. See, I have regrets. Don't get me wrong. Though I don't want to say that me being married young was a perfect situation.
Right.
Because I have regrets. I've been a DJ. I probably could have been superstar by now because I started when I was 12.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when I got married and started having children, that stuff went to the side. Like
Right.
you said, you was married to basketball. I probably would have been married to DJing had I not been married. But I had to set that aside. And now here I am in my 50s trying to rekindle what I had.
Go back to your old girlfriend.
You get what I'm saying?
He
Go back to
doesn't
my old
want you to know
girlfriend.
that.
But I guess it's a catch-22 anyway.
I know you lie. That's interesting, man.
It's catch-22, you know what I'm saying? Because had I not been married, I probably would have been and had children. I probably would have been all consumed by music and DJ. I would have been really consumed.
That's why I'm saying on my end, I know, and the only reason I got my degree, to be honest, is because they was like, we can pay you more money on the college level, you get your degree.
Right.
Hey, shit. And then,
Then
I'm gonna show you how. Then I get here, and I ain't coaching college, and then I got to go to school anyway. Now I got to go get a teaching degree. I'm
Right.
like, damn it. But everything I've done has been to help kids. So, God gave me that spirit. So I mean, and I really, really enjoyed it. And when you marry somebody that like to do the same things that you do, it's a match made in heaven because her spirit is with young people.
Right.
We just had to move out of the young people scene and go to a real job because, sometimes God moves us in a different direction.
Right. We have to take those paths.
And sometimes I wish I had did it like you did. I'm not gonna lie, but I had children young, out there in them streets.
I had children young too.
Look, raw dog and then my dog.
That's how you make children, guys.
Right. Raw dog. Luckily, I have children by one person. I have 3 children by the same person. So, but out here in the streets, wild, you know what I'm saying? Because I graduated high school at 15. I was already in college. In my second year of college at 17.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So I was, but I was still in school.
Right.
I was still focused on school because I knew what I didn't want.
Right.
So I knew what I had to focus on.
Right. And you just did what you had to do for the
And I just did what I had to do.
I had my daughter at 18. So when I was in high school, so I get it.
Right.
I just...
And I have no father. I don't even know my father. So then you have that in your mind, like, well, my children need to know me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to marry her to take care of my children, but that's when
that's where you start.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And now I bet you your children are grown, and I bet you they are...
they know who their daddy is.
I bet they're also good citizens.
Right.
So I'm saying, and then my situation was totally different. I had my daughter at 17. I knew my dad, but I ain't spent time with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom raised me. I went to college and then came home, and people that took care of me before I went to college, my high school coaches got me a job, and I just ain't go back to school.
Right.
And my mom kept my daughter. So it's like, that's how my daughter, and then about midway through, I was like, man, I'm taking care of my daughter. So I get it, because what people don't understand is it takes a village. That village ain't just started last week.
Right.
That village started when you came out the womb.
Right.
I know we moved from one house to another, and I stayed with my best friend for maybe 3 weeks until we get situated. Right. That's how we did back then.
Yeah, you had a family.
Yeah. So,
you go to your best friend's house, so that's just how it can get.
I just like the dynamic of the opposite end of the spectrum, because we always talk about men and raising children, and how things happen.
Right.
And I would tell my side, I got married young, blah, 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 whatever. But a lot of times we don't hear the other side, hey, I didn't get married, I had children, but I would focus on this.
Right.
A lot of men don't want to admit that they were selfish. I should have been a little bit more selfish, I think.
Right.
I'm not saying they were selfish, that was bad.
No, it was, because it was one week,
Right.
one day, I used to head coach.
Right.
I used to have my high school coach the football team. So we was going to a game that was past my house, and I was staying with my mama, and my baby was standing there. They can't pick me up. I went outside. My mama cousin told me, "You got this baby here?" I said, "Nah, you got the baby. I'm gone."
Selfish. But look at you now.
Right.
Nothing is wrong with how you came.
Right.
In the time and in the process, because it makes you a better person and it makes you who you are as an individual. So that's the main thing.
And that's what I try to get the high school students to understand.
Right.
Is don't cry about you got a single parent.
Right.
Don't cry about you got 2 parents.
Right.
Don't cry about, man, my daddy tough on me. Don't cry. Cry about when you ain't got nothing to eat. Cry about when you at home eating mustard crackers because you ain't got no money. Cry about when you got to eat cereal with no milk.
Right.
Cry about that stuff. Y'all come
Out of milk.
Yeah.
Right.
So, that's my purpose.
Right.
So
to make them realize
It always could be worse.
Could be worse, but you can make it better.
And even when it's worse, you can always make it out.
Exactly.
That's what
you
they
don't
don't
have to be a
understand.
victim all the time. I hate people with the victim mentality. I really hate those people.
Yeah.
The
product of the environment doesn't necessarily have to be the
that.
same.
Right.
Hey, man.
I was
Hey,
born on the
man.
west side of Chicago, and the worst gang-infested ghetto ever.
Right.
Mom was alcoholic, drug addict.
Right.
Didn't know my father.
Right.
Don't know him to the day.
Right.
But my focus was making it out of that because I knew what I didn't want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I knew, but I had feelings. I got uncles, so
Right. You got the village.
Right, I got 5 uncles and
That's
4
the
aunts.
village.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the village.
Right.
I head
Kids
towards
lack
that.
a village these
Right,
days.
and that guided me to,
No, they don't lack the village.
They don't want
the,
his
the village is the village is the same as their parents, and it's the amen corner. That's what the village is. The village when we was growing up, it wasn't no damn amen corner. It was I'm gonna get your ass whooped corner.
right.
Your mama ain't here, but I'm gonna get your ass. Yeah, so that's the difference if you think about it.
Right.
I mean, I've seen kids' parents going there going off and all this. I'm like, man, your kid ain't do her work. It's your fault, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. And my principal sitting right there, he's like, you can't let real cool. I said, because I'm going to still flunk her ass. I'm doing my job. I'm trying to tell you what you ain't doing.
Right.
Hear that.
They don't.
They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Life is life. That's growing up as a teenager. I get it. I know how hard it was and trying to be hard headed. A lot of kids listen to the teacher though versus the parent. So sometimes it do be harder for the teacher because the teacher is like they'll listen.
Well, it's
not the mom.
They'll say, well, coach ain't gonna let me play if I don't do such and such.
Right.
See, it may not be a good thing, but they gonna do it because they know
Coach ain't going for that.
Coach ain't gonna let me play, man. My work ain't right. Coach ain't, he gonna sit me on the sideline the whole season until my work get right. And some kids need that because basketball or sports may be their outlet.
That's the bridge.
That's their bridge.
The parents don't have sometimes.
Yeah.
So how that feel of being that bridge? It does get heavy, I'm sure. You know.
It does, but this is the whole thing. And it's funny because I had an incident the other day, and I told another teacher, I said, yo, if we do it that way now, they're going to be trying to do it the way at the end of the school. The consistency, if we take this from them right now and tell them you can't do this right now.
Right. Not in the middle. Not in no February.
They going to start doing it that way. So the bridge got to come from, and I say it, and I tell the teachers around me all the time, if we got 4 quadrants in our building, we got a black, red, gray, and a white. I'm on the gray house. I don't care what happened on the white, red, and black. Let's make sure our quadrant is doing what we need to do.
Right.
All of us are consistent.
Right.
If we all consistent, and let's spread, then we spread it to another hall. If all of us as teachers become consistent, the whole building gonna be straight. But we can't be straight when somebody over here, if we know we can't let them out for the bathroom for the last 15 minutes, and 5 minutes before you let their ass out, then you ain't with us.
Right. Yeah.
And y'all blame about, well, the principal ain't doing this, the principal. Man, y'all crazy. Y'all ain't doing what he told y'all ass to do.
Right.
That's why they don't ask me 15 minutes ago. And on Fridays, we don't go to the bathroom. What? Y'all talking, man? No. This is true, just true. My class is in Fulton County. I can go, we can be in class, they can be eating, they can be doing their work, and I can come to Douglasville, they're still gonna be there doing the same thing when I get back in that classroom. You know why? Because that's the expectations I got out of them.
Right.
So, and that's true.
And
they don't want to disappoint the people they respect.
That part, you got to get respect.
My best friend, his mom, when I went to school and did what I was supposed to do, it wasn't because I didn't want to disappoint my mom, it was because I didn't want to disappoint her.
Right.
She, you know what I'm saying? When I went to her, she fed me. When I did she did. You know, she took care of me like I was one of her own children. When she bought her son shoes, she bought me shoes. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't because I was like, oh, I don't want to disappoint my mom. It was because I don't want to disappoint Mike's mom. You know what I'm saying? That was the difference. When I got my earpiece when I was young, she didn't like it. I took it right out.
Oh, for real? Oh, that's so cute.
I mean, she was like, you got your earpiece? When you get your earpiece? She said, I don't like that. I said, okay. Went home, took it right out. And had the earpiece.
That's crazy. Mama said don't do it, but you just came home.
No, Mama pierced it.
Okay, gotcha.
Mama pierced it. She was okay with it.
But you wanted to respect.
Right. She was like, I don't like that.
That's something.
I don't like that, so I took it out.
Right.
I didn't want to disappoint her.
That's good. Oh, that was such a good kid.
But I'm just saying the difference. You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, I get it. I definitely get it. Y'all gonna laugh. We ain't have no music this day. I feel funny.
We had good conversations.
But I love that.
That take more than the music.
Oh,
you know why?
we definitely said
but
that.
You know why though?
What's that?
Because if you playing that music, the people listening gonna be about
They're gonna miss that. That's how the movies be.
Yeah.
When they be stretching out shit, they be playing the
Right.
music. Yeah. Yes, shit. I would know. Yeah, y'all know this is Shanny JackMe show, and I'm gonna cuss every now and then because I feel wrong. You know? I've been waiting to be able to do all these things that I do. I've been couldn't wait to cuss. I can't wait to eat out on my own pot or stuff when I cook. You know,
Can't wait to drive.
I can't wait to stand in front of the refrigerator with the door wide open. I couldn't wait to do those things.
Turn the front door open.
Right, I couldn't wait to do those. So it's good to be the adult doing the things I couldn't do as an adult.
Come on, after the street lights come on.
Yeah. Like, you know, I like all those things. So, yeah, but look, running. My brother-in-law named Running. My Coach E. It was so good to have you here talking about this. Do you got any fundraisers? Let's plug in now. Now you can do the famous plug. What you got coming up?
I got some fundraisers coming up, but I just don't. We're not organizing. We just started school for a week.
Okay.
So we do that, but we also I teach my kids. We got to go out in the community, so we're gonna go to. We got a fundraiser with the sickle cell.
Okay.
In November, we'll go feed the homeless.
Okay.
So we just do all that.
So where could they, people that may want to donate or be part of a volunteer, where could they come in?
They can donate it with you, and let's just air tag it to Coach E.
Okay.
And then you can send it to me.
Okay, got
Either you or like
Misfits Radio, y'all just tag, you know, Coach E. You know, you all can do that, and we can make sure some of these kids get some of the help. Some of these homeless people can get some meals. We definitely want to feed the homeless. You know, that's so important. You know, because one day it could be you. You know, and I would want somebody to drive down the street and give me something to eat, not the one that they done been eating out of. Okay, people, why y'all be doing that? You know, I know that people be homeless and stuff, but don't disrespect the people just because you think they homeless and that they're nobody. So don't give them the food that you just ate out of. You know, come on now, treat. You know what I'm saying, yo? I like I said,
if you don't have it, just don't.
If you don't have it, don't give it to them, or scrape your side out or something. You know, it's the Shanny JackMe show loud, isn't it? Because I'm gonna get stupid. Coach, you know how these people do, how to do the homeless all messed up. Don't do them like that.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't be giving nobody no fucking help.
All right. We'll see y'all next time.